Welcome to Worldview TV, where we explore the world's countries, cities, and cultures, uncovering what makes them truly unique. Today, we're heading to the United Kingdom to explore two cities that define modern Britain, London and Manchester. One is a global capital, buzzing with finance, fashion, and history. The other is a northern powerhouse, proud, creative, and full of character. But what's it really like to live in these two cities? Is London worth the price tag? Is Manchester the better deal for lifestyle and balance? Stay tuned, because in this episode we're diving deep into living in London versus Manchester. Two cities, two very different worlds. And before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Worldview TV, your passport to understanding the countries, cities, and cultures shaping our planet. At first glance, London and Manchester couldn't be more different. London, the sprawling capital, is one of the world's great metropolises, home to nearly 9 million people, centuries of history, and global influence that stretches from politics to pop culture. Manchester, on the other hand, sits 200 miles north, smaller, more intimate, and proudly northern. It's home to about 600,000 people, but its spirit feels much bigger. Both cities have shaped Britain, but in very different ways. Living in London is like plugging into the world's power grid. The city never stops. From the roaring underground to the gleaming towers of Canary Wharf, every corner hums with ambition. It's home to the Bank of England, Parliament, world-class museums, and global headquarters. It's where you'll find some of the best universities, Imperial College, LSE, and University College London. And when it comes to entertainment, London is a cultural universe. Theatre in the West End, concerts at the O2 Arena, food from every corner of the world, and nightlife that never seems to end. But here's the trade-off: it's expensive. Londoners pay some of the highest rents in Europe, and even a modest flat can cost a fortune. Everything, from a coffee to a commute, costs more. Still, for many, London's energy, opportunity, and diversity make it all worthwhile. Now travel north, and the atmosphere changes. Manchester is smaller, friendlier, and deeply rooted in identity. It's the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, the city that powered Britain's rise through cotton, coal, and innovation. But Manchester didn't stop there. It reinvented itself as a city of music, sport, and technology. From the Smiths and Oasis to the Stone Roses, Manchester gave the world the soundtrack of rebellion and independence. And when it comes to football, few places on earth have such passion. Manchester United and Manchester City aren't just football clubs, they're global empires. Life here moves at a slower pace, but that's the point. You can live well without spending a fortune. The people are open, the culture is thriving, and the cost of living is roughly 40% lower than London's. What about the cost of living? Let's talk numbers, because the differences are staggering. In London, the average rent for a one-bedroom flat can easily hit £2,000 a month in central areas. In Manchester, you can get a similar apartment for around £1,000 or less, sometimes half the price. Groceries, transportation, and leisure are also cheaper in Manchester. Even salaries in London, while higher on paper, often don't stretch far enough. It's not unusual for young professionals in the capital to spend over half their income on rent alone. In Manchester, you can actually save money, eat out often, and still have a comfortable life. That's why more Londoners are quietly packing their bags and heading north. London is undoubtedly the economic engine of the UK. It's where global banks, media giants, tech startups, and international institutions converge. If you're chasing a high-flying career in finance, law, or politics, London is the place to be. But Manchester isn't far behind, and it's catching up fast. Over the last decade, the city has seen massive investment. The BBC relocated much of its operations to Salford's Media City, UK, turning Manchester into the heart of northern media. Tech companies are moving in too, attracted by lower costs and a growing pool of young talent. Jobs in digital industries, design, and data are on the rise, and the city is being hailed as the UK's second tech hub. In short, London offers scale, but Manchester offers growth. Both cities offer incredible culture, but in very different flavors. London is global. You can walk from Chinatown to Little Venice to Brick Lane and experience the entire world in a single day. Art galleries, street markets, Michelin star restaurants, it's all there. Manchester, meanwhile, thrives on community culture. It's more compact, more approachable. Its music scene is legendary, its nightlife lively but grounded. You're more likely to run into friends on a night out in Manchester, and that sense of belonging gives it charm that London sometimes lacks. London's transport system is one of the most advanced in the world, but it comes at a cost. The underground, buses, and trains make getting around easy, but daily commutes are long and expensive. Rush hour is an event, not a moment. Manchester's public transport is smaller but simpler. The Metrolink trams and local buses cover most areas, and you can cross the city in minutes rather than hours. Still, infrastructure projects like HS2, if completed, could soon link Manchester to London in just over an hour, bringing the two cities closer than ever. Here's where things get interesting. Neither city is known for endless sunshine. This is the UK, after all, but Manchester has a reputation for rain. Locals joke that if it's not raining in Manchester, just wait 5 minutes. London, on the other hand, tends to be milder and drier, with slightly more sunshine throughout the year. In terms of green space, London surprises many visitors. Nearly 47% of the city is parks and gardens. But Manchester's countryside, especially nearby areas like the Peak District and Lake District, are stunning and easily accessible for weekend getaways. London is cosmopolitan, a true global crossroads. You'll meet people from every nation, every culture, and every walk of life. But in such a vast city, people often say it's harder to form close-knit communities. Life moves fast, and personal connections can get lost in the rush. Manchester is the opposite. People talk to strangers. They help each other. They're proud of where they're from. There's warmth in the city's northern soul, a friendliness that gives it heart. In London, ambition drives you. In Manchester, belonging grounds you. Which city is better to live in? The answer depends on you. If you crave global opportunity, career advancement, and an international lifestyle, London delivers. But it demands sacrifice, higher costs, smaller spaces, and a relentless pace. If you want a balanced life, affordability, and community spirit, Manchester shines. It offers creativity, culture, and comfort without the chaos. Both cities are incredible, but they speak to different kinds of dreams. London says, go big. Manchester says, live real. As the UK continues to evolve, both cities are adapting to change. London is grappling with housing affordability and post-Brexit transitions, but remains a global hub. Manchester is attracting record investment in housing, tech, and green energy, redefining itself as Britain's most promising modern city. More people are choosing Manchester not as a second option, but as a first choice. Yet, London continues to inspire millions with its unmatched global reach. In truth, they're not rivals, They're reflections of two sides of modern Britain, ambition and authenticity. So, where would you rather live, the power and pace of London, or the creativity and community of Manchester? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Worldview TV for more stories exploring the countries, cities, and cultures shaping our planet. Because every city has a story, and every story reveals the world in a new light.